Hello, everybody. It's been so long since I've seen you all. Hey, welcome back. Oh my gosh, this is great. So good to see you, Credence and Mikey. Thanks for coming. Hello, Miss Tick Crazy Old Lady. Uh-oh. Look who I heard. She heard me, and she came. Are you messing with Earl already? Are you? Hi. Did I go live? Yes, I did. I said the magic word. Hello. And there appears an Ava. Well, I am so happy that y'all came back. Hi, Sheena Lee. Good to see you. Oh, goodness. Well, at least now we know. I'll count to 10 before I say hello to you. Yup, right away, Shelly babes, right away. Hi, Nana Laura, welcome back twice today. Yay! Hi, baby girl, you're not as light as you think you are. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Rocky Lennon. Happy Friday. Ava's like, let me get in on this. Oh, my goodness. Okay, if you get off my leg, I'll give you a treat. How's that? How is that? Get off my leg and you can have one of your Blue Buffalo treats. Or two-ish. Okay, there you go, baby girl. I swear these are her favorite thing ever. Next to her mama, of course. Okay. More than her mama. I have been trying to get on early more often than not. They're gone. I'm sorry. You'll get more on the next round of hellos and stuff. All right. Oh, she has them. I've been trying to give them to her outside. She's got 3 left. I've been trying to give them to her outside because she eats them right here and makes this like grinding, she makes a sound with them that when she's scraping, and I just can't. Not when I'm on live, because I can't like pause around it. And she's very loud with it because she loves them. She loves them so much. But I've been giving them to her outside, and I even posted a short with it. She loves them so much. The lawnmower guy, not so much, but Ava comes first. It can be, yeah. The sound of, it's literally bone on bone. Your teeth are bones, and so she's scraping it, and it's something I just, yeah. I love her, and she loves them so much. I know, this is fantastic. I know, I gotta get on more often during the day, more often. Well, this is a docket that I've had queued up for, I don't know, 3 days or so. But every time I'm going to do it, I catch something that just comes first. You know, we had the judge dealing with the attorney who got everything wrong. That had to come first. And then the divorcing couple in court where she served a mortgage default notice on Mother's Day saying she owed, or saying that the house that she was living in was in default by $12,000. What a Mother's Day present. What a great guy. So that had to come first. So, but this is so much fun. It's going back to one of my favorite places. And I really hope Chadaskadum is able to make it tonight, because we're going to Clallam County, y'all. We're going to Forks, Washington. We're going to go check out some fishing tickets. Oh, well, thank you. And I have been sharing it on X as well. Oh my gosh, Ava, you had Cookie Biscuit on my arm. There you go. Have a little present. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, she's down to like that much in the bag. And that's about the size of the biscuits. So I'm sure there's not a ton of them in there. And yeah, she's going to be so excited. Thank you. All right, you guys, I am going to put this on. Oh, if I can get to it. I don't know why I do this to myself. Hide things on myself.
Are we on? Are we?
We're on.
Yep.
Not Barnes. Yes, Rodriguez. We're ready for Rodriguez. We have Ms. St. Marie here in person. We have Mr. Rodriguez. I've never seen you in court on time before, all dressed up. This is new. I'm teasing you.
Mr. Rodriguez is always here on time,
And
dressed
always
very
dressed up.
nicely.
Yeah.
And what's really important is that for the last 2.5 years, since January 23rd of 2022, when this, there were 3 assaults, he stipulated to the facts. We're in the middle of a stipulated order of continuance right now, which we fashioned for 5 years. I think the time has come to rescind those protection orders. Mr. Rodriguez has done absolutely everything. When we were here last, we had proof of his completion of anger management, substance use disorder treatment. He got a really glowing letter from his counselor indicating that the effort that he put forward and how changed he is. He is right now in a position where, with these protection orders in place, most important to him is to be able to see his 3 sons, Carter, Madden, and Peyton. Carter at the moment is there's a guardianship proceeding. Daryl and Helen Medley have emergency guardianship of Carter, and that stems from an incident where Ms. Lamborghini, who is Mr. Rodriguez's ex and is the one who, she has been adamant all this time that Mr. Rodriguez shouldn't have contact with those 3 boys. And I think at this point, it's really become a situation where she's using them as a pawn in the family law matter that is continues to be hotly contested. She, as I say, was arrested recently. She was charged, but those charges were dismissed. She's got her own issues. These kids really need to have reunification with their father. I understand from the state, I just learned today that Ms. Lamborghini continues to be in opposition to lifting this protection order, but I just urge the court to consider what I've just said and consider the purposes behind RCW 26 and family reunification, how harmful it is for everybody to, I mean, here we have a father who's willing, ready, and able, and has been absolutely laser focused on reuniting with his children all this time. And it just seems such a shame when there are so many children who really lack a parent who has that kind of concern. So I just think 2.5 years is plenty of time.
You even cited the statute. That's pretty impressive. You threw a RCW 26 at me.
Try.
So.
Oh, and I should also add, he is in a bind because the family court, which I know that the criminal court basically said, let's let the family court decide this. And of course, the family court, as happens often, is saying, well, the criminal court is in charge of this.
Oh, we're gonna get out of the way. My intention is to get out of the way. What do you think?
Ms. St. Marie is correct. I did speak to the mother and she is in opposition to it.
Right.
I don't personally have any information about any of her potential criminal history that she's speaking to. I've never prosecuted her. All that I can really say is she is their mother. Am I speaking to her? She still has concerns about their safety regarding contact with their father. And so she does not want the no contact orders terminated. But
you're
beyond that, I know that's in this court's hands.
You're saying the family court's pointing to us and saying we still have restrictions in place. Now, I can't remember the SOC well enough. Is the no contact in the SOC or is it, we got a separate order here? We got a pre-trial.
Yes, it's not in the SOC itself. The SOC just stipulates that he needs to obey all active no contact orders, but they're not part of the SOC, so it wouldn't require modifying.
So we're probably still going on a pre-trial no contact order. Anybody got a good educated guess about that?
That's what I'd say, yes, because he's not convicted yet.
We're gonna extinguish those no contact orders is what we're gonna do.
Good job.
What's that? Oh, what was the question?
Oh, he just wanted to, I failed to mention that he has a job prospect at Olympic Correctional Center, and this rescinding of the protection orders will take care of that. So
Yeah, right.
This is wonderful news for Mr. Rodriguez.
Well, in case Mr. Springfield, the mother, asked about this, my intention has always been to stay out of the way of the family court because we're not in the business of refereeing family disputes. So if she asked me, that's what I would tell her. The concern early on when we were way back there was what was family court going to do? Well, family court's now involved, which means we can get out of the way. That's my thinking.
And that's some good thinking, Judge, because there's no sense in having both the family court and another court involved in the matter. You're just going to step on each other's toes with orders, and then nobody knows which one to follow, and it just gets to be a mess. And the prosecutor's only argument was, well, the mom's got concerns about them having contact, but if the mom is just using the children as a pawn, then I'm sorry. Of course, she's going to say she has concerns, and maybe they need to have a guardian ad litem or something else appointed to do personalized assessments.
So we're gonna order Ray modified is granted. We're not gonna replace any order. We're gonna rescind the order. And we're gonna leave it up to family court if whatever her name is, Ms. Lamborghini, if she wants the family court to do something different, that's gonna be her. No, I think Tuesday. We got two.
Currently there's 3 kids, but.
Well, there are 3 kids. I was gonna try to go.
I vaguely remember.
This is the only court where I don't do the paperwork.
Well,
thank you too.
My theory is that 2 cause numbers should do it, shouldn't it? If we rescind all orders for the cause numbers, isn't that good enough or not? Anybody? I could do one with 2 cause numbers. Come on. Is that right?
If there's 3 individuals that are protected, all 3 are gonna need to be cited, otherwise,
I'm gonna go with the 1 cause
the
number
state
theory.
database will be confused.
The state database will be confused. We don't want the state database to be confused. So just because Mr. Kressel is a pest. 6231.
Mr. Kressel.
My general attitude is that there's a piece of paper somewhere. There needs to be a piece of paper.
I'm gonna make 3 orders. That is so weird, but they're all gonna have 2 cause numbers, so there shouldn't be any state database confusion. If, when they see the 2 cause numbers, you're telling me there's only an order on 1 of the cause numbers?
Correct, Your Honor.
Lord. Well, I'm not,
6231.
Yeah.
Clemens.
6231 is the only one with the cause number. How did we end up with only 1 active no contact order?
The other case that's on for today is just violation.
Oh, I see, I see. So 6231 is the case we need.
Dash 22.
Gotcha. All right, so that one is rescinding. It says I'm supposed to put a date down when we forward it to somebody. I'm not gonna worry about that box. We're forwarding it to somebody, aren't we, to PenCom? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna let I'm gonna say today's date. You moved for the rescission of this order way back when, didn't you? When did you move
Well,
for
I
it?
formally filed a motion last week. which
Oh,
means-
last week?
Yes.
What date do you think that was? May something, May 6th or something?
Probably May 6th.
Let's pretend it's May 6th. That'll really confuse the database. We're pretending. Grants the order to rescind. May 6th, we'll say grants the order to rescind. You're saying, Mr. Kressel, the database goes on named individuals.
As far as I know, they'll have a case number, but they also, the officer on the street will put in a name and it will pull up what account that name is, that party is named protection order somewhere. So if you're lifting it, you have to cite that specific person. But since they're children, I'm assuming they're going by initials and.
Yeah, I know. Then there's the initials thing. Let me find that order again and see what it says, maybe. I do. I'm looking right at it. Well, I'm looking at a protection order that was filed April 17th. That's just about a year ago. Has that thing been, whatever? Name of protected person. I'm actually gonna write that in because of Kressel. See, I wouldn't have known that. I don't know anything about these databases. But that makes sense, actually, because the cops look at the name, don't they?
Happens all the time in traffic stops.
Yeah.
Fortunately, this made a big lot of comments.
Yes. The battery was low, so I put it on back. Fortunately, the cable isn't long enough to reach.
We'll see how this theory works.
I think you have one near the defense table. It's strategic.
PNR.
Oh, yeah, they have the little floor plugs.
Okay. Okay, so Miss St. Marie, if you don't mind. I got 1 cause number that my clerk tells me is the only one with the order. And I put in the initials. There's no real line to put in the initials, but I put them in there anyway. And what did you say the other case was to? What?
Just
Just the
violation.
one.
The violation of the no contact order.
Make sure the pin comes down.
What are we gonna do with that one? I
I
wonder.
believe these are both on SOCs.
They're both SOCs.
Tracking it.
They're tracking. So we don't have to do anything.
Oh,
So I
yes.
don't want them to see this order. And then,
Yes.
arrest them.
Thank you. So we should list this one too at the top of this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't get caught on anything.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mr. Springfield? Do you think those orders will get through the database?
Well, I think that's what they're.
Your Honor, we're adding the protection order that lists Ms. Lamborghini, since that order also lists the children, so
Oh.
I'm putting that on the top.
Okay.
Clemens, but yeah.
Good catch.
Well, I don't want the family court pointing at us and saying we're hanging up because we're not in that business right now.
No, and then if there's a guardianship process
Yeah,
involved.
yeah.
Typically. Superior Court can handle that.
We don't want to get in the road.
Well, I know this is changing Mr. Rodriguez's life in a very positive way, and it's wonderful to represent somebody who is
Who's doing what he's supposed to be
just
doing
done every single thing.
and trying to get a job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's completed his vocational rehabilitation retraining after his L&I injury.
Look at you. You came out of the dark
They won't
hole.
let me go logging anymore. But hey, I'm ready for a new career opportunity. So
Good.
hoping everything goes good, I can get a job up there.
Thank you.
Well, you made the turn. A lot of guys my age that were logging in the 70s, we all had to make the turn.
It took a bad injury to do it, but
How to figure out which works better, drinking beer all day or going to a job.
quitting drinking was the best decision I ever made, for sure.
So proud
Okay,
of
in theory, the database will not cop these back.
I can get copies of that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that number on top of the Superior Court, we can cross out the Superior Court because
that's true, 'cause
we're
we
just
have no
filing
jurisdiction.
in our database.
I'm very, very proud of him. I wanted to start it off with that one because it was so positive. You know, and I really hope that reunification with his children goes well. And I'm just, for hearing what he went through and how he came out the tunnel a better, more positive, and sober man. I'm so proud of him.
But I understand your thinking. It's just the database wouldn't understand your thinking.
That's right, I understand that.
None of the rest of
I
us
will
do.
address the Superior Court case separately.
Yes, right.
That number again, the Superior.
Oh.
Maybe we could do that.
23, 2, 1, 0, 6.
no contact order.
Right,
Yeah, so correct with what I'm looking at right now,
right.
until I go to family court, because they got a no contact order as well. I can't see my children. Is that how that works?
You have
Well,
by
yeah.
all
Right.
So.
That's what I figured.
So I'm gonna address this one separately.
Right.
What do you mean by that one?
I'll tell you outside.
Yeah, she'll explain it to you.
Okay,
It's sort of complicated, but the Forks Court is out of that.
yeah, that's what I'm getting out of that too. So I'll just want to clarify to make sure, so I don't get in no trouble.
But
No,
yeah,
you-
if there's another court with another order,
Yeah.
until that's cleared out, if it doesn't.
Yeah.
She's taking over.
Thank
Well,
you
thank you, Your Honor.
Everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Is your mom glad that you're growing up?
Okay.
Thank you, Miss St. Marie.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You guys do too. Thank you, sir. You know what, Mr. Kressel, this would be your calendar. Do we have any, we don't have anybody in custody, do we? We got a first appearance. Let's do we have Stacy Hodson in here? Yes, ma'am. Let's do Stacy Hodson. Come on up and have a seat. It's a first appearance.
Oh, okay.
Ms. Hodgson, you don't know me, but I read the police report about your case and I set probable cause and I set the bail and somebody posted bail for you and you don't need to cry because I'm not trying to upset you. What I really need from you is a good mailing address.
I'm sorry?
A good mailing
My
address.
address on Dan Kelly Road,
You're on Dan Kelly Road in Port Angeles.
in Port Angeles, yeah.
You're gonna laugh at this, but I knew the Kellys when they were alive. I'm that old. Anyway,
My friend's owned property up there for 30 years. And something like
yeah,
that, so.
good. So, You had a DUI back in, didn't you have a DUI back in 2000 something? Do you remember?
19 or 12.
Hold on.
Hang on, yeah.
He's just looking at your history.
Right, yeah, no, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. What I'm trying to decide is how much of a flight risk or a danger to the community you are. Who was it that posted $1,000? Was that your friend?
I tried to, but they wouldn't take my card. It was
Okay.
my boyfriend. He
Okay,
came.
all right. So I'm just considering whether or not I will PR you is what I'm thinking about. Okay, do you have a job and an income right now?
I do. I'm working part-time at a restaurant, and then I just started a business last year.
Okay, how much money did you bring home last month?
This year I know that my business has brought in 10,000 and my part-time job has brought in 9,000.
Okay, so maybe after taxes, you got maybe 3,000 a month, maybe? What do you think?
Roughly.
About 3,000 a month?
It's kind of like by appointment.
And you own some of that property on Dan Kelly Road?
We're in the process of putting me on ownership, but it's not mine
Okay,
right now.
okay, so you probably don't qualify for a public defender. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're not Donald Trump or anything. You're not made of money, but it sounds like you make a little too much to qualify for a public defender. So, Mr. Springfield, she had that DUI back in something. 2013, 11 years ago. I'm inclined to just release her on her own recognizance.
I think that would be appropriate hypothetically. The thing that I want to interject is that based on the information provided in the report at this time, or rather in more accurate sense, the lack of some of the information, I agree that there's enough there for probable cause, but there is not enough provided by the deputy for me to know that I could prove this beyond a reasonable doubt.
Oh.
So it wouldn't meet our charging standards yet. So I'm going to have to ask him for more information.
Okay.
And at this time, I wouldn't be filing any charge just yet.
Okay, so here's one for you, Melissa. We got her in the database as charged, don't we? So if you want more time, I'm wondering if we just put her arraignment over for 2 weeks, if that gives you enough time. See what I'm saying? Because right
We
now.
could
we're
do
in the
that.
day-
If he gets me the additional information,
Right.
then we could proceed. If
Because,
not,
well,
then
if
I
you
could
weren't,
dismiss.
then we
Sure.
just go ahead and dismiss. We need to keep her in or get her out of the database.
Yeah, we can do that. So in that case, we could set over the arraignment for 2 weeks.
Right.
And in the meantime, I'll
Except
ask for
2
additional
weeks, is 2
information.
weeks the holiday?
It is, that is Memorial Day, so it needs
Oh,
to be
yes.
June,
Let's do June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Okay, we need to exonerate her bail. We're trying to give your friend his money back, okay? Now, you don't need to hire an attorney quite yet. What the prosecutor was just saying was he needs to get additional reports from the deputy before he decides whether to charge, okay? You don't have to come out here in person on June 3rd. You can do Zoom. That make sense?
I can still come in person if I like.
Yeah, you could, being in person is the safest way, but what the judge is saying, a lot of folks don't have transportation to get out to PA.
Right.
So you can appear by Zoom, which is
Right.
a free app, and there'll be new login information for June.
Right. So on June 3rd, we're going to find out if the prosecutor wants to file a criminal complaint for DUI. If he doesn't, you don't have to worry about it anymore. If he doesn't want to file. If he does file, you're going to need to find an attorney. So between now and June 3rd, all you got to do is not get arrested for DUI. You can do that, can't you? We're going to exonerate that bail and get it back to the person that posted it.
Was there a breath test?
Yes, there was.
Well, there was, but the problem is that the breath test does not provide the information that would usually be included from a Draeger. And so that.
It's a short report.
Issue. Yeah.
There were
I can show you.
enough facts to find probable cause.
This is a friend of the court.
Yeah.
Just to give her a friendly warning, you need to, I would also set up an online account with DOL, because they may or may not do anything with your license.
Okay.
Does that make sense? if you gave a breath test, the DOL computer is going to show a breath test and possibly suspend you. So if you don't have an account with DOL, you can set one up easy enough with an email and you can see what is going on with
Can I
your.
go in person or do it online?
No,
You can do it
just
online.
And it's a free account. Dealing with the DUI, you have the court and you have the Department of Licensing. doing
Right.
their own administrative decision.
Right.
So.
Because your
You
license
have
is,
a 5-day window or excuse me, 7-day window from the date of the incident to request an administrative hearing. It's not clear if DOL has enough information yet, so you need to be in contact with them.
yeah,
And although at this time, the state doesn't know if they have enough information to pursue charges, you should still at least chat with an attorney. So that way, if charges do get filed, you have someone ready to go.
okay, so we'll,
Court date's gonna be June 3rd.
June 3rd at 9:30.
Your Honor, are reviewing conditions release or?
No, I found probable cause, but I don't have a criminal complaint, so I'm gonna assume I don't have authority to do conditions of release. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not sure either,
Well,
but I
okay,
would say that,
it's partly because I'm talking to an adult here. You know that if you got a new DUI charge, that could affect whether or not you're gonna remain out of jail. You understand that, don't you? I'm not trying to make you cry. Let's see you June 3rd at 9:30, and we'll find out whether the prosecutor wants to file a complaint. And that's good advice about maybe talking to an attorney, but you don't have to lay out any cash till you know you've been charged, okay?
Is it that, like, do you have a list I can talk to somebody or?
There's a whole, if you're in PA, there's several.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. There's all kinds of DUI attorneys out there. So when the bail gets exonerated, it gets what, mailed out Wednesday?
Mhm.
So whoever posted the bail, the check's gonna go in the mail Wednesday.
Do I have to settle that up with?
No,
or it'll
no.
just come? Oh,
You don't have to do anything except stay calm. Can you do that?
I get.
I know.
So, yeah, sorry.
I know. I had sisters. I'm used to the drill. I'll see you June 3rd, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
That was very sweet of the judge. He handled her with a lot of patience, and she needed that because she sounds like a little bit of a anxiety-riddled mess at the moment.
Your Honor, I don't know if we just wanna go.
We can do Barnes. We got Barnes has been sitting up there since last week.
Well, yes, let's.
Pro se, and if I recall, was it 1077 of the state?
It was withdrawn.
Now, for the record, I have had Mr. Barnes on here in the past. I could not find the one that he was in, but people in this court always make reappearances. It's a very small community. But it was approximately, 5-6 months ago that, if I remember correctly, that Mr. Barnes was on for a fishing ticket. That was it. I believe it was fishing without a license, if memory serves correctly. But let's see how things are going for good old Mr. Barnes now. And if you missed what they just said, there was a 1077 that was withdrawn. That's the mental health evaluation, I believe.
Mr.
Yeah.
Barnes, you can hear us, can't you? Mr. Barnes is not talking to me yet. There he is. Maybe. Where are we on? You need to unmute Mr. Barnes. Where are we on Mr. Barnes, Mr. Springfield?
well, I have made an offer to Mr. Barnes, and currently I have not heard back
Oh,
on that offer. I know that Mr. Barnes seems to believe that there isn't enough evidence
okay.
in the case, but at this point, I don't know if there's anything that I have wrong about this for where we are, Mr. Barnes. Feel free to correct me. But I would say at this point, we need to set a pre-trial date if we're not going to be working out a resolution otherwise.
Right. Where's my trial dates? Here we go. Mr. Barnes, it sounds like you've rejected the state's offer probably. So we're going to be setting trial dates for you. What are we doing on July 8th or 9th, excuse me, July 10th or 17th? Do we have any trials going in July that you know about?
No, but the week of July 10th is when I'm going to be doing my vacation.
Okay.
July 17th, we don't have anything that I know of.
Okay, Mr. Barnes, we're probably going to set a trial date for you, July 17th. Does July 17th work for you for a trial?
As you wish, Your Honor.
Well, it's not as I wish, it's as you wish. An offer was made. It sounds like it's been rejected. We're trying to work with your schedule. You'll have to be here in person on Forks for your trial on July 17th. So if that date doesn't work with you, now's the time to let me know.
I don't have a problem with it, sir.
Okay, well, we're gonna set your trial on July 17th. Wednesday is July 17th. You'd have to be here at 8:30 in the morning. We're gonna have a review on July 15th at 9:30, just like right now. You could do Zoom on July 15th at 9:30. Now, Mr. Springfield, do you think a pretrial is probably in order, isn't it?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I believe that all of the discovery has already been provided previously in this case, but I think a pretrial hearing to confirm that we are prepared for trial would be good, probably, I guess, in mid-June.
Yeah, I'm thinking June 17th, Mr. Barnes. We're gonna have your pretrial June 17th at 9:30. If you have any kinds of motions, pretrial motions, you need to bring those on that date. You need to have something filed with the court if you think that certain kind of evidence shouldn't come in, or if you have a witness list. We need to know on June 17th what your intentions are with the trial, whether you intend to bring any witnesses or whether you intend to file any written objections. You think you can do that? Can you figure that out?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how the prosecutor, who hasn't even spent any time with me whatsoever, could make a determination on how I at one time needed a mental evaluation to determine whether or not I'm capable of even standing trial to begin with. All of a sudden, he comes up with this assumption that I am.
Okay, so hang on. Mr. Barnes, Mr. Barnes, Mr. Barnes.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna spend some time in jail if you can't keep your mouth shut. Would you like to go to jail for contempt of court, or would you like to let the judge talk? Are you gonna let the judge talk now?
A chance to talk. Excuse me,
let the judge talk. Now,
okay, go
here's
ahead.
Here's your first lesson as a lawyer. If you have any motions to file, they need to be filed by July 17th at 9:30. If they're not filed, I'm going to assume any legal objections you might have been waived. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. We'll see you June 17th at 9:30. If you have any motions, any legal motions to file, they need to be filed by then or else they're waived. Gotcha? June 17th, 9:30. Okay.
I heard what
now
you said.
It might be a good idea.
It might be a
good idea. It might be a good idea for you to be in person here June 17th in case I need to throw you in jail for contempt. June 17th at 9:30, Mr. Barnes. See you then. Any legal motions that aren't filed, arguments have been waived. Goodbye.
It might be a good idea to listen to the judge. I've never heard him get that mad. He's such a chill, calm person. You can tell this judge, this court operates on a whole different plane of existence. It is so just relaxed. Everything is done smoothly and slowly and with, little jokes thrown in, and then you get Mr. Barnes.
First, it looks like Jeffrey.
Hogman? We got a Hogman anywhere? No Hogman.
Jeffrey Hillman.
Well, that's it.
It says preliminary appearance.
You don't have it either?
I'm just going by the court document, so. Jaden Moore.
Where's Jaden Moore? He's usually on Zoom.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I know you are. We see you.
And Your Honor, there was something filed with the court. This is a post-conviction, technically he's pro se, but it's just a review. They did community service. I can't remember off the top of my head how much was required, but it appears he's done 24 hours community service for Lower Elwha. And there's quite a lengthy and pleasant letter stating that he did a great job. In fact, they offered him a position. So,
is that right, Mr. Moore?
Yeah, that's right.
isn't it, Docs?
That's pretty good. You must have made somebody happy with the maintenance department. Isn't that great?
Stuff for Lower Elwha.
He did a good job.
Quite happy with him. I don't recall if there was anything, that's correct. I don't have my file with me, so I don't recall if there was anything else. I believe it was just community service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a
Yes,
victim's parent, which I got done too.
You still have a victims panel?
I did one, yeah.
Oh, you did?
DUI
Okay,
panel.
did you get filed with the court?
I have it done, and I got an email from the people I got it done from with a certificate. So if I
If
can,
that was, and Your Honor, I don't have the judgment and sentence,
Oh.
but if that was part of it, then he just needs to file that court. But it
Yeah.
sounds like he did some type of victims panel. I don't recall what the charge was, other than it's DUI.
yeah, Miss
Ah,
O'Brien
yeah.
wanted me to do it.
Correct, so yeah, DUI, Miss O'Brien supervising it,
Right.
so I think the only issue today is the community service.
Well, he's done the community service, so really, all do we need? Do we need a review for victims impact or?
No, Miss O'Brien, she's.
Right.
If he doesn't do it, then
Right.
she will file a petition.
Right, so Mr. Moore, we don't need you back in court for this. You still need to file that certificate though, the degree or whatever it is, to make sure that we've got that in the court record. Sounds like you got it somewhere. You just need to file it, maybe. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I had it emailed to me.
Okay,
Okay, and so forward it to Miss O'Brien, since she's your probation officer on this case, and stay in good
Okay.
contact with her. So if you're missing anything, she can, let you know what you may or may not have that you need to take care of. But it's best to stay a step ahead than a couple steps behind.
Yep.
okay, Mr. Moore, good job. We won't
Thank you.
see any more. We won't see any more unless Ms. O'Brien says we gotta talk to you, but otherwise, thank you.
Yep. You guys have a good day.
Thank you very much. Today is the 13th. What was that movie called? 7 Days in May or 13 Days in May? I forget, but anyway, it's a good movie.
I don't remember
It came out in the 60s. I don't even know if you were born.
that.
There you go, Philippines. What was the song? Something about 7 days in May or 13 days in May? What is it?
Black and white.
Almost. It was just things were getting fancy.
Left it in for you.
Oh, there's Simmons. We got a Simmons. Is Simmons behaving?
And Your Honor, we have been scheduled for tomorrow. I'm sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow at 11:30, you can call my office at that time.
Okay.
Most people just call, they don't need to drive over there and report Angeles, but that way we'll review things.
Okay.
So Your Honor, we have an appointment tomorrow. This last month, we've been struggling with short staff.
Oh, yeah.
and scheduling issues, but why don't we go out, so that way we'll review things tomorrow, and then we can come back here. What works for you? I'm looking at like maybe June 3rd or June 10th.
Either one of those, whatever.
Okay.
Every day you want me here out of the week.
I think June 3rd might be kind of busy. Let's shoot for June 10th.
Yeah, that's fine.
but that way we can chat. Sometimes there's some additional info I have to kind of follow up on.
Right.
But for now, we'll go with June 10th.
Okay,
Same time, same place.
perfect.
You want to sit here?
Yeah, I like to be here.
I know you do. You enjoy the show, do you?
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
But yeah, tomorrow, just call my office right at 11:30.
I got the.
If I'm still with another client, I'll call you right back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Simmons, good to see you.
Yeah, have a good day, Your Honor.
Wait for Verdetto.
Let me go round him up, yeah. He might still be on his conference call.
He's always on calls. We need to get him out of here early today. What do you think the odds are of that? He likes to talk. Somebody likes to say everything the judge just said. Did I just say that?
I think Ms. Shadowski is going to be quicker than Ms. Unger.
Okay.
So we could call Ms. Shadowski and then do Ms. Unger's.
Are we on, Melissa? Can you hear us here? Ms. Shadowski, we're trying to get rid of you.
Well, hello, good afternoon.
I'm not wording it that way, Ms. Shadowski, you know.
The microphone and the camera turned on at the exact moment you said that.
So do you have Farias Maldonado with you? There he is. Is that you? There he is. Got him.
And hopefully the court and Mr. Fleck and probation received the most recent treatment report. From what I read, it says that he is in compliance, which is what I think everyone wanted to see for today's hearing.
Ms. Shadowski, are you talking with regard to a report that's dated the 18th of March?
It is dated.
Never mind, I've been told it's in here and my assistant never got it.
No, May 1st.
Yeah, we're looking, we got it.
Okay, that's much better, because I was like, you and Mr. Kressel have the same concept of current or recent, so.
How you doing, Maldonado? Good. Good, he's doing good.
Wow, Mr. Kressel, we're just getting drugged through today.
No, see, you have the most recent one here, and it's actually dated for this month and last month.
I take it as a badge of honor, but I'm a glass half full.
That's funny.
Okay, so he's in compliance, and I think what we were just trying to see if he got into IOP, if he'd be reviewing for compliance, and then he'd just go back to you.
He's not mine.
He's not yours?
Oh, he's not yours.
Oh, it's an SOC. So if that's the case, how long is his program going to be? Do we know?
Do you know?
I think it was like 9 months.
9 months, maybe.
So my suggestion, Your Honor, I mean, he's into it, is that maybe we put this out, we're in May.
Yeah, it's gonna run out
Maybe
on
like the 19th of August.
something like that. What do you think, Ms. Shadowski? I guess his SOC ends probably in October 2024, we think.
Yes, I
30
think
September
August.
2024.
Oh, maybe we should check in. Oh, maybe closer to the beginning of August. Would that work for the court and Mr. Fleck? That way
That would work.
we should
Yeah.
have a couple more.
You want to do the
treatment
5th?
reports. Yes.
Yeah, what do you think about August 5, Ms. Shadowski? Is that a Monday? August 5 is a Monday.
That works.
Okay, Mr. Maldonado, it sounds like everything's going good for you. How about if we go ahead? Were you gonna say something?
Oh, no, that August 5th is fine.
Okay, good, because all we really care about is you keep going with what you're doing and staying out of trouble.
Yep.
Ms.
Okay,
Shadowski,
all right.
Yes.
I'm handing your client a case setting just so he has something.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. We weren't trying to get rid of you, really. Mr. Fleck was aware of your time.
I do have one more if you want to take it now, or I can wait. I've got Tanner Reynolds.
Yeah, I have the Tanner Reynolds. Thank you, sir. We have Tanner in front of me right here, the file anyway. Where is Tanner? See there? There it is. We see Tanner. Yes, ma'am.
For today, we're going to continue to enter denials and ask to reset the fact finding. I did get over to, hopefully it made it to probation in the court, and also Mr. Fleck, receipt of payment for treatment, his discharge information about completing it. I wanted you to have that to consider because we talked about it last time. But we were confused because I thought that at the last court hearing that he was directed to call probation and talk to probation, but then my client was told, well, I'm hearing that he was told not to talk, that probation wanted to wait to talk to him until the hearing today. So I was kind of had hoping that he would have touched base with probation. They could have talked about something, given some more information, but I don't think that happened.
What are you waiting for, Ms. O'Brien? What's your expectation?
Well, I spoke with Mr. Reynolds, Your Honor.
There you go.
So I'm sort of confused, but
Well, that's okay.
I got confirmation today from Ms. Shadowski that Mr. Reynolds paid off all his treatment costs. That still doesn't address the violations that occurred prior to that, but
Right.
he has paid off Cedar Grove, and I confirmed that with the manager, Johnny Watts.
Okay, so where are we on his, total abstinence is still out there. Comply with prescribed treatment program. I guess we're getting better there. Attend probation appointments. So when do you want to hear from Mr. Reynolds next, Ms. O'Brien?
I'd actually like to go to disposition, Your Honor.
Oh, you would like,
He
but,
doesn't have anything left to do.
okay.
I'd just like to resolve his violations and close
And with jail time or without?
with.
And the recommendation was for 60 days in jail. Is what?
Okay, Ms. Shadowski, it looks like,
Original.
yeah, your client might be looking at some jail time. So did you want to proceed to disposition today or reset?
Not today. I would like to reset because that is exactly what I needed to hear from Ms. O'Brien, whether or not probation wanted him to do anything else, needed him to do anything else. So Mr. Reynolds and I need to have a conversation. So can we set over the fact finding for just a couple of weeks? I can also get in touch with Mr. Fleck, and then we'll be prepared to go to fact finding and disposition.
Well, we're looking at June 3rd these days because the 27th is a holiday, so.
Yeah, either the 3rd or 10th of June.
3rd or 10th?
10th, please, because I am indisposed the week before that.
Okay, so Mr. Reynolds, you probably want to be here on the 10th in person just in case, but your attorney will let you know. She's going to talk to probation and Mr. Fleck and see what's up. So we're going to see everybody on the 10th of June at 1:30. Okay, that includes you, Mr. Reynolds. Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Shadowski. Who was our other private?
Karen Unger.
Oh, Ms. Unger, is Ms. Unger?
Hers just might take a little longer. That's why I kind of put Shadowski first.
I know.
You guys might recognize the gentleman in custody. He's been on a couple of times, as I mentioned here in this court, many frequent flyers. But I've included a little reminder from his past appearances.
I appreciate
her.
that.
Miss Unger is supposedly there, and her client is Martinez Contreras.
Oh, Contreras sitting right here. Are you there, Ms. Unger? There she is.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay. What are we thinking today?
Where's Mr. Contreras?
He's right here.
Oh, okay. There's something is blocking. There's like a wall that was never there before. I don't know what.
We play that.
You guys remodel or something?
It's the door.
Every now and then we just have to play that trick on somebody.
Okay, so Mr. Contreras is here, Your Honor, and the issue is non-compliance with specifically information from reflections regarding the results of a series of UAs that took place in March, and then also I think one in early April. I did give Ms. Unger the information this morning and faxed it to her office, or they got PDF to her office on my staff. The objective, I think, that we had from probation, I just want to word this right, is to revoke the deferred prosecution, impose 364 days, 300 of the 364 days as a sentence, and then active probation for 5 years, standard DUI conditions. Further, there is a suspended time on the neg 1, which and DWS and the interlock, that has, the interlock has 334 days as well. we would then probably be trying to figure out how to combine time that would be consecutive to each other for probably 30 days there for a total of 90 days.
Ms. O'Brien, you may want to go to disposition today. I'm not sure. Ms. Unger, we just reset a probation for June 10th because we got a holiday coming up here in 2 weeks. So what's your preference on disposition date?
Well, is the court going to revoke his deferred? Is that already been decided?
That sounds like that's what both probation and the city are asking that. I didn't know if you had time, if you wanted to go to hearing on this or what your preference would be.
Well, I thought today, I was sort of prepared to argue whether or not the court should revoke his deferred prosecution. I don't think the court has a lot of options if the court does decide to revoke his deferred, because after speaking with Mr. Fleck and familiarizing myself with the history of how we got here, it would seem that this would be Mr. Contreras' second offense DUI, and there's a mandatory 45 days in jail and then 90 days on EHM, if I'm correct. And I'm not sure if the court's prepared to have a hearing today on it. I was prepared to argue why the court should not revoke his deferred and give him a chance to continue to prove himself. This has been sort of the violations happened soon after he became involved in treatment, and the information I have is that he's been in compliance with his treatment, other than the dirty UAs he had after he went on his Mexican extravaganza. So I don't know what else to say.
Well, Mr. Fleck needs, you got a hearing at 2:30 or 2:45 or
2:30 with the county commissioners.
If we took testimony and stuff today, that could slow you down. Anybody have a?
So I'm happy to set this over for a hearing on to take testimony if the court needs to do that, because I would imagine you'd need to have testimony from the treatment provider. I don't know what their specific recommendation is, but my understanding is Mr. Contreras is in compliance. The only meetings he missed were the ones he went to Mexico when he was in Mexico, which didn't seem to do him very good as far as staying on track. But I would think if he's now on track, I don't know, I guess I'd like to set this down a little bit and see how good he can be.
I would want to at least put you under oath and or treatment people. So I'm wondering, Mr. Fleck, if we can't go June 3rd or June 10th on a hearing. Because we're going to need a hearing.
I would suggest maybe June 3rd. That puts us at 13 individuals on that day.
I'm looking on the 3rd.
The other one would be the 17th of June.
Yeah, let's try the 3rd. So, Ms. Unger, does that work for you? Because we might have to put some people under oath. We might actually have to have a hearing.
And I will come out there for that if that's necessary.
Okay. Mr. Contreras, it goes without saying that anything and everything you can do to be on track with everything, clean UA is going to be in your interests. We're back here June 3rd, 1:30, and we're going to take testimony and see what happens.
Okay, doke.
All righty.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so where does that leave us, Mr. Kressel and Mr. Fleck? You want to go up to the top of the calendar? We got a guy in custody. Who's in custody?
No.
That's Ruiz Ramirez, Hamilton.
Yes.
No, that's someone else.
Who is that?
Justin.
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. I'm getting really close to holding you in contempt. Why don't you stop talking for 10 seconds? See you Monday. Fuck! Justin, we're getting there.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, okay. Okay, there goes Mr. Fleck to get your file. My morning calendar's already gone off this thing. Jabs is so efficient. What's your last name, Justin?
Nold.
Oh, yeah, there's Justin Nold. We got you. You're gonna be, I'm gonna refresh it. K-N-O-L-D-L, yep, I know the name.
The name's familiar, the face is familiar, I just don't recall where we're at.
Well, I'm thinking, let's see if he's on Jabs yet, because he wasn't there a minute ago. Look at that, my 1:30 came back, isn't that nice? Is Noel on Jabs? Is he on the calendar?
No. I just saw a slide. Docket is gone. It's better on my list.
Okay, so he has $1,100 he's got to post on a criminal trespass. Mr. Noel, do you actually have a, or is there a problem with June 3rd? No, with Lorraine?
It just was pro tem on June 3rd.
That's right, we got a pro tem, I forgot. I'm supposed to be in training. So Mr. Noel is.
Reach out to Miss Unger and see if that's
right.
what she wants to do.
So $1,100 Mr. Noel has to post, and last time I checked, Mr. Noel, you had a general delivery. Do you actually have an address now?
No.
Okay, he is still general delivery. Do you have an income?
I don't.
You have social security income, or you get food stamps?
I don't get food stamps, I don't get anything.
Okay, how do you live? How do you get something to eat?
Work for it, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so what does this say? He was in ABHS, wasn't he? March 11, 2024. So why did we issue a warrant? Did he miss a date?
I missed the court.
Okay, did you get discharged from ABHS? Do you know?
I did not, I never made it there.
Oh, you didn't make it there.
No, this was a court deferred, I believe.
Yeah, criminal trespass, and can you see, was Mr. Kressel must have been appointed before, wasn't he?
Yes, he is.
They withdrawn yet? We're talking. I don't have him on chain.
May 6, 2024.
May 6th, thank you.
If I vaguely remember, there was a criminal trespass, but
Yep.
there also possession of a controlled substance city.
I got a trespass, I don't have a controlled substance.
It's all the same case.
It's all the same case as a yeah.
And I'm working from memory, the criminal trespass charge, there was a guilty plea, but he was potentially trying to do a deferred.
Oh, yeah, you got it, that's
And
true.
so he missed a court date, when up until that point, he was showing up for his court dates. He sounded like he was actively pursuing a bed date.
You pled him guilty to trespass, were we trying to do a deferred on it? Yeah.
In the city, because of the new
Right.
statute.
And I have to see, because I have a suspicion, I don't know this, and when he is picked up, that I need to see what was in his possession.
I don't know, but he had an appointment with ABHS, which I think we're finding out he didn't make.
So it makes that trying to work on a deferred really problematic. I think whatever the bail is, I'm fine with that, and then we can
Put
discuss
him on
this next
Monday.
week.
Yeah, let's put him on Monday. Mr. Nold, I'm not gonna change your bail because it's my understanding you did not get to ABHS. So the prosecution needs to decide what they want to do with your case, and your attorney needs to talk to you, and Mr. Kressel, I think we just put him on next.
Yeah, let's just put it over to the 20th, and Mr. Knoll can decide if he wants to
Right.
resolve it or still pursue it deferred.
You bet.
But yeah, I just don't have the file with me.
Mr. Knoll, you're coming back. Can you post $1,000 cash?
I cannot.
Okay, we're gonna see you Monday in custody. That's the 20th at 1:30. Mr. Kressel will have a chance to talk to you and see what's up. Find out what Mr. Fleck wants to do for the city. We'll see you on the 20th at 1:30. All right, so is that Ruiz Ramirez?
I don't see him in church.
I thought I saw Mr. Plumley around.
Did you? Thanks for running errands for us there, Mr. Kressel. Do we have a Plumley?
I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
Okay.
What
We're
was
gonna have to have the jail just wait a moment then.
Hang on a second, JL, we're looking for an interpreter.
Or if Travis Jermeau is in custody,
Oh, he's on.
Mr.
Zoom.
Jermeau is on Zoom. Really?
Your Honor, there's 3 cases that my understanding are all on for arraignment, but my understanding from Chief Rowley, there's gonna be another case filed here soon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, my understanding is that Mr. Jermeau was pulled over by the chief this morning.
Oh, you don't need to respond.
While he
to
was
that.
driving.
Yes. So that brings up a really good question, Mr. Jermeau, if you can hear me. Is your address, your mailing address gonna be
No, it will be, just one second. I think it's on Alaska.
Oh, you're in Alaska right now?
No, I'm not on Alaska yet.
Okay, so are we pretty sure it's on Alaska?
I can call the court this afternoon and confirm that.
Yeah, if you would please do that, that would be great.
I will.
So I wonder how much bail we got.
Well, we had $3,000 posted last week by a third party who, when I suggested that they really give some thought about this, they were like making it clear they were going to. I think Mr. Jero needs to be in person next Monday.
What do you think about that, Mr. Jero? Can you get up to Forks from wherever you are Monday, the 20th at 1:30?
I don't know if I can. I'm leaving this afternoon to head down to Alaska to stay down there and to come back. I mean, I don't know if I can make it up next Monday.
Well, here's a question, Mr. Fleck. I wonder if we're going to have the new ticket information by Monday.
Well, that's what I was going to suggest, is we have 3 cases that are on for arraignment today.
Right.
We can either proceed to arraignment.
We could just put it on hold and I could swear in the chief and find out what happened.
Or we can put it over a week. So Travis, the challenge the court's having is the city's indicating that there's another charge potentially being filed, but they just don't have the paperwork yet. So we just gotta wait for Mr. Fleck. He went to go check with the chief.
Okay.
Hold your thought there for a minute.
I do have,
well, hold on.
Okay.
Were you able to find him?
My assistant's reaching out to Chief Rowley and we can come back to Mr. Jero.
Yeah.
The city has a lot of concerns.
Right.
I was gonna suggest putting the 3 case, we can proceed to arraignment, or we can just bump the arraignment.
Why don't, because we're going to talk conditions of release over the new ticket. So were you thinking a week, Mr. Crystal?
I was gonna just suggest a 1 week, that way the city can find out.
If the chief's here and he can swear him in, he can tell me whether or not he in fact pulled him over and he was driving. If he did, then that's a violation of all of his conditions of release, and Mr. Jero won't have to worry about going on Alaska.
Right. That's true. So, but the question is, Mr. Jero, and by rights, I would like to place your arraignment over till Monday, the 20th, and have you here, at which time I think we could process your new ticket. Yes.
Chief's out till about
That's okay. What we're going to do, Mr. Jero, I think the city's request is righteous. I think you need to be back here 1:30 Monday, the 20th. We're going to do your arraignments on that date and address the new ticket. We're also going to address conditions of release. So you need to find a ride up here to Forks 1:30 Monday, the 20th. Okay.
Well, his parents posted I think it was a father or an uncle who posted the bail.
Right.
There's my father.
And
well, I'm going to assume that we're going to have a new charge at that time. Review of conditions of release and arraignments all at the same time.
I think the court, maybe I'll ask my assistant to send a copy of the summons to whoever posted bail.
Right.
Because if he's not here, the city will have to forfeit the $3,000.
You see that, Mr. Jero? You got to be.
If he's not here in person.
Right. You got to be here physically Monday, 1:30, Monday the 20th. No ifs, ands, or buts. We'll see you then.
Okay.
All right.
And then, Your Honor, I checked with the court administrator. Apparently, we don't have an interpreter.
That's interesting. So what's Ruiz Ramirez on for today then? Arraignments or pretrial?
I believe it's a status, but we do need
1 month, 1 week.
Yeah, his English is good, but for court proceedings, we need a Spanish interpreter.
I think so too.
And the same with Marco Ramirez Contreras.
Contreras does not need one. Okay. So, but Ruiz Ramirez, we're going to set you over 1 week. I don't know if you can understand me or not, but we need an interpreter here today. So we're going to come back to you the 20th at 1:30, Mr. Ramirez. If the jail can hear me. What's that, sir?
I speak English and I understand.
Well, we let him know how.
I couldn't understand what he said.
He says he speaks English and he understands the.
I know he understood me, but Mr. Kressel, are you convinced we need a interpreter for legal proceedings?
For For what we plan on doing, I feel more comfortable to make sure he has.
So we're gonna come back on the 20th with a Spanish interpreter. Mr. Ramirez can't help it.
Although I've been able to communicate with him, he's also indicated that he prefers Spanish, and that's his preferred language.
That's
So
what we're gonna do. We'll see you next Monday, Mr. Ramirez, at 1:30, when we'll have our interpreter. Now, Thomas Law, oh, there's Thomas Law. I don't have to go looking for Thomas Law today. Mr. Law, unmute. Here he comes, we think. Did he hear me? Thomas Law, there he comes. He's a coming. Oh, he's not unmuted yet. Thomas Law is a challenge. We have the Thomas Law challenge.
yeah, I guess
We're gonna have to go to Marco.
Yeah, and then that takes us to Marco Ramos Contreras. Marco, if you're out there, you
Yes,
time
sir.
to unmute.
I'm right here, Your Honor.
There he is.
Ah, you made it. Okay. So, Your Honor, last time we were a little concerned because there was an FTA, but my information in the letter I sent was to Marco's in treatment at the Adult and Teen Challenge in Renton, Washington, which is a fairly long-term treatment plan. So, Marco, you look like you could be in a treatment place. Are you still in treatment?
Yes, I am. I'm on my 10th, I'm on my 8th month right now.
Okay. Is it a one-year program then?
Yes, it is, and I'm gonna do another year after this as an intern.
Okay. Well, when do you expect to graduate, like the 1 year point?
I
got 4
graduate
more months?
I graduate the program September 14th, and then I get a 10-day pass. And then after that, I'm gonna do another year.
Okay, September 14th.
Oh, the 29th of July.
That's someone that you know really wanted to get the help. He really wanted to get sober. Not only is he completing his 1 year in treatment, but he's doing an additional year and working for the program as well. He wanted his life turned around, and good on him for doing it. This docket was full of wonderful, amazing success stories by this court.
29th, did you say again?
But we need paperwork. We don't have anything in here.
You guys should have got a letter from my outreach coordinator. He sent a letter saying what we do and stuff. And I sent
that was a while ago, kind of like.
The question is, they may have, I noticed in Ruiz that my assistant's name is on this. I wonder if they might have sent it to her.
Oh, I don't know.
What I will do is have Narissa see, and if so, circulate things.
And Marco, just kind of, the thing I have is from February. So basically the city just needs something updated.
Right.
And ideally, if it's faxed directly to the court or to me, I can make sure it gets to the court.
Well, let's get back to what Mr. Fleck said. Did you think maybe July 29th?
29th seems fair, and then that'd be a couple months before he graduates.
Right. We're gonna come back, Marco, July 29th at 1:30, and just make sure that you or your counselors get us the paperwork so we know what your updated status is, please.
All right, sounds good.
But it sounds like you're doing well, but yeah, make sure you get us the paperwork. There's going to be a different login ID for July, so stay in touch with my office or the court. But yeah, if you get us the updates, that would help greatly.
Yeah, congratulations on doing well.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
We'll see you July 29th at 1:30.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, did you guys, yeah.
Your Honor, I'm wondering if Mr. Plumley is here. I'm wondering if he could go and just go to the jail and let Mr. Hamilton know that we continued things.
Do you want to do Hamilton Ruiz or wait till next week, Mr. Kressel? Because we have an interest.
Well, also, we just set it over 1 week.
Yeah, let's set it over 1 week. We could live with that. Mr. Plumley, did we drag you out of something? Were you playing poker or something when we drank you?
Your Honor, I was at work, but I clocked out and I'm here now on my own dime, so whatever you direct.
Well, we set it over a week. We'll just keep a week.
Okay,
Will you
can I
think?
just have that on a paper so I can have the appropriate case
Yes.
number, and so I can have the message as used Hate it since there's
Yes.
a delay between now.
If you want the case number, I've got those here, Mr. Russell. Got 2 case numbers, or 3. 2.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Oh, Mr. Law, don't go anywhere, Mr. Law.
Yep, I'm right here.
I know, we saw you, but we didn't hear you. We got you now. Hold that thought. We're doing a little bit of paperwork and we'll be right to you. Thanks, Mr. Plum. The employer wants to know that you're actually coming over here, huh? And not, not at the blackjack table or something.
It could be public information if they're watching, so. We live in a fishbowl.
Oh my God, we live in a fishbowl.
Hello.
That's got the case number and the name on it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Plumley. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas Law. Mr. Thomas Law, have you changed your address recently, or do we have the same address?
I'm the same address. Me and my wife are just having some issues. I still get all my mail and everything.
All right. Every now and then we lose track of Mr. Thomas Law.
Your Honor, and our office has been having difficulty as well, coordinating with Mr. Law. What would probably make sense is difficulty is with summertime when the court trial dates are lined up, kind of lands right on a week. I'm either out of the office or Flex out of the office. But it probably makes sense to just set a trial date so we at least have a place setting.
Why don't we set one today for
June is too soon for both Mr. Fleck and I.
Right.
July, I run into vacation issues. So I have in August 7th didn't work for you, did it?
No.
7th and 14th is what we got.
So I think that takes us all the way out to September, either September 11th or September 18th. And I don't know if the city has a preference.
I would suggest the 18th.
Okay.
And then would probably make sense to have a status just to see where we're at maybe in July.
So, Mr. Law, we just set a trial date for you, September 18th. That's going to be a Wednesday morning. You're going to have to be up here in court by 8:30 on Wednesday morning. And what did you gentlemen just say?
Well, we're looking at the calendar. So we're going to have a status date July 29th.
July 29th.
And depending on what happens at the status date will dictate the next court date. But for now, we're just setting a preliminary trial date out in September on Wednesday, September 18th.
Okay, so Mr. Law, you need to be back on Zoom with us July 29th at 1:30. We've got a trial date set for you. So you and Mr. Kressel, you need to be able to talk. He needs to be able to get a hold of you. You need to set an appointment with Office of Public Defenders.
And Mr. Law, since we haven't had any luck, it'd probably be best if you just call my office directly and schedule an appointment.
Okay.
We've tried and it hasn't worked. So I'm going to put the burden on you, and that's one of your conditions of release is to stay in contact with my office. So
yeah,
but you need to call my office, schedule an appointment. It'll probably be a few weeks out that you need to call and schedule something.
Okay. We're going to see you in court July 29th at 1:30, and I will expect you have spoken to your attorney by then.
Yes, I will.
Okay. See you on the 29th.
All right.
Okay. How about Scoonmaker? Scoonmaker, what are you doing back there? I know you are.
He's pro se.
And what I have here is in April is that we need to enter in the guilty plea form, the amended form.
Oh, yeah.
I have that. I don't have his age, and he wasn't here when we were trying to do this. So that made it a little hard.
JNS, would you?
Sorry about that. So you just fill out your age and your level of education.
Level of school.
And then a lot of this form doesn't apply. Basically, on the 30th of December 2023, well,
this is regular old driving license 3, yeah.
Well, on a revoked your status solely.
Oh, that's a
revoked status
DUI.
solely
We just wanna-
because of financial. That is.
Yeah, regular rules,
I
yeah.
gotta print some more of those.
Financial suspension, and then, so basically you owed money and they suspended your license. Okay, and then it's a 1 day in jail, and I think you already did that.
Okay.
Did you do it, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So your honor, so what you need to do is you need, that's right, you need to fill in here and here and sign there.
Scoonmaker. Matthew Scoonmaker. Going to driving while license suspended.
He's signing.
Is it going to, well, I got the JNS here. Is he, you didn't fill out a JNS, did you? No. Is he pleading to a driving while license suspended third or a second?
Yeah, third.
Okay, City of Forks.
And the agreed here was 9089 credit for time served.
So Scoonmaker, if you had pled or been found guilty of second degree, you would have been resuspended. The city is moving to amend apparently to third degree, which does not resuspend you.
Okay.
And it's a $500 fine plus costs.
500?
Yes.
Okay. Scoonmaker, are you working these days?
Yes, sir, I am.
You making good money?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it says you're 23, you got through the 12th grade, and you plead guilty to something, you're giving up your right to a trial by judge or jury, giving up your right to remain silent, giving up your right to in question the city's witnesses, giving up your right to present a defense, you lose your right to appeal a finding of guilt if I find a factual basis for the guilt. Do you understand you're giving up those rights when you plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on whatever date that was 30th of December, your driving privilege was suspended. Do you agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and find that the plea was knowingly and voluntarily made. You're gonna be found guilty of driving while license suspended in the third degree. Now, did you talk to the prosecutor about the recommendation of the $500 fine, et cetera?
No, I have not.
Okay, so what it boils down to is the maximum punishment is 90 days in jail. So we're imposing 90 days, but we're suspending 89 because I'm assuming you actually did a day in jail. Do you think you did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're gonna make that sentence.
Were you in jail?
I was in jail overnight. I did.
Okay, well, we're gonna say he's got credit for 24 hours.
That's fine.
They round up around here.
So I'm gonna give you 90 days in jail, suspend 89, credit, so you serve 1 day in jail with credit for 1 day, so you don't need any more time. Now, was I on this? $500 fine. So what do you think about $500 at age 23? You working enough to pay a $500 fine? So we're going to impose a $500 fine. Now, I think what that means, Mr. Fleck, is no, you don't want the criminal conviction fee. You just
No, I
want
said plus costs.
Oh, plus costs. Well, we're going to do a criminal conviction fee of $43. That'll be good enough. He's paying $500 fine. Now, you can start paying total financial obligations. You can start paying $500 a month beginning on June 1st. Can you start paying by June 1st?
He means
$50.
Oh, snap. Yes.
Right.
Of course.
Right.
I was like,
What did I
oh,
say?
snap.
$500 a month. I'll take it, but I know
Can you start paying $50 a month on June 1st?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what we're looking at. Now, one of the conditions of suspended time is you can have no new criminal law violations.
Okay.
And what I always joke with people in Forks about is everybody's gonna know if you're suspended.
Right.
So if you're driving without a lawful license, can't drive without a license. Did you get your license? What are you doing with your license? You told me and I forgot what you said. What are you?
Oh, they have it suspended till November.
I see.
And I'm not sure that I can get that reinstated unless I get a special type of insurance.
Right. Well, Mr. Fleck and I will both remember you. So if you get a new ticket, you're gonna have some suspended time hanging over your head.
All right.
Which is not good. You don't want to do more jail time on this, do you?
sign here.
What's that? And the double-sided is, but there you go, 5. I think I got them all. I got all 8. There's 8 pages for a statement of assent. How do you do it, Cressel? Are you still using the old one?
Except for DUIs.
No, you can't do that.
And sometimes on the self-report.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Okay, Mr. Scoonmaker, do you understand? Have any questions about whatever? Do you understand what's been going on?
Yes, sir.
You pled guilty to a reduced charge, so Mr. Fleck gave you a little bit of a break because a driving while license suspended second, resuspend you and would put you in jail. So if I see you again before you get a license, I might have to put you in jail.
Understood.
Yeah, I don't like doing that on a license. I'd just rather you had a license.
Anyway, I David Stillwell, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, still, I gotta let Melissa survive this thing. You don't realize what confidence problems this thing causes. The double-sideds are a challenge. You have to be an engineer.
You double-sided, it confuses things.
Look at that.
I think in theory, you're supposed to be able to,
Thank you.
it's supposed to.
Mr. Schoonmaker, we'll see you later.
See you later.
Stay out of trouble.
I will.
Recycle, reduce, reuse, right?
What's that?
Recycle, reduce, reuse.
Yeah. Still well. Still.
You know, the interesting thing about that, the judge had asked him, how do you feel about $500 at the age of 23? And the guy was like, yeah, I'm making enough that I can pay for it. If he had said, you know, it would be a stretch for me, Judge, the judge would have probably cut it in a half or, you know, maybe even 2/3, whatever. But he's really, I don't want to say willy-nilly with the fines, but that's kind of what it is. If you can't pay it, he'll impose less. But if you say, yeah, I can do it, well, that's your fine then. End of story.
Well, how does it feel to be the last guy standing?
Due to my last name. And Your Honor, yeah, this is DWS third.
Yeah.
He is eligible,
Which is a step, last time we were here, he still has some stuff in collection, so he's got that cleared out.
Interesting.
He's been in contact with DOL, he knows how much.
How much did it cost you to get out of honk so far?
$150.
$150, not bad.
It's not bad. I have clients with several
Some
thousand.
people, yeah, they gotta come up with more money than that.
But he also needs to take the brick, and I gave him the same pep talk as the other lady that.
Okay, how did you get this far in life and you still gotta take, when's the last time you had a license?
It's been about 14 years.
Yeah.
So.
29th of July.
Yeah.
About the
that was
29th of July.
in the end of July, so that gives you plenty of time, because the objective and the hope is that the next court date.
Well, it isn't like that you stop and you drive the ticket.
That they,
Sorry, I
we can
can't.
get your case resolved, because once you have a license, he'll reduce it
You
down.
stop
to
it.
the right?
Yeah.
Which is not only cheaper, but it's also not criminal charge.
Yeah, I should have it. Easy plan.
Just keep me posted if anything changes or if you get it. But ideally, next time you come here, you'll have. License in hand,
Yes.
you get taken care of.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, Stillwell, next time we see you, you're gonna be licensed.
He told me he would go to treatment, that's why he was.
The best that I could make out with his shirt was, sorry, I can't. I have plans with my, and then I don't know. I mean, it looks like Buick, but that can't be right. That just can't be right. Oh, hi, Janet. We've been going for a bit now. I'm glad you made it. I don't know if you want to start from here or go back. We were just going to kind of freeform it from this moment. I saw that Arizona first appearances just went live a minute ago. Oh, sorry. I clicked off that comment and clicked on yours, Rocky Lennon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I couldn't make it out on my phone, and I can't expand the window in, you know, that it is now. So you're here right now. Yeah. This is now. But we've been going for an hour and a half so far. All right, let me let me see. I think that's everything that I had that was edited. Yes. I have run everything else. Let me just check the other drive. Yes, I have nothing else that is currently edited. But I was thinking we could jump on over to Arizona. Because they've gone live. Give me just a minute here. And I like them. The judge that I see is currently on there. He usually has a little bit of an echo problem. So we're going to see if he figured it out. Give me 2 seconds to get. There we go. Pause. Now I'll bring you guys over. Okay. This judge can be kind of funny. All right, come on, bring somebody in, y'all.
That's number 2. My name is Tom Burning. I am a Tucson statewide magistrate. I am presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. Next to is a representative of our public defender's office. In the background, we have a representative of our county attorney's office.
Sir.
I am seeing you in connection with 2 warrants from Superior Court, 2 separate sets of cases. One from April 7th, which involves theft of means of transportation, Class 3 felony, paraphernalia possession, Class 4 felony, dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and burglary, Class 4 felony, and one from April 29th involving burglary, tools possession, and unlawful entry, but Class 4 and Class 6 felony. Pretrial Services recommends that you not be released on your promise to appear. If you are released, no contact with alleged victims or return to the incident location. County Attorney's Office recommends that in connection with each separate case, pursuant to the warrant, you be held on 25 separate $2,500 bonds, adding conditions of no alcohol or other illegal substances. Counsel.
Your Honor, these warrants issued yesterday while he was already in custody. The jail did not transport him to court or otherwise make him available because he was in the custody of the Pima County Jail. He could not have appeared for these hearings on his own. For that reason, I'd ask the court not to set any additional bond.
Mr. Goodman, any reaction to that?
Your Honor, I'm just pulling up the pre-trial report.
What's he there on already, counsel?
Your Honor, I would just note he's maxed out on basically almost both scales. He's got a lengthy criminal history, and quite frankly, I believe at least one of these offenses, it looks like he did commit while on felony release for the other. So we believe the warrant amounts are very fair, based on that.
In the hold to defend on separate $1,000 bonds, May 24th, 1:30. No contact with the alleged victims, no return to incident locations, no firearms or other weapons, and no alcohol or other illegal drugs. If released, the supervision with whatever monitoring counseling pretrial deems appropriate. Appointing an attorney by name of Sarah Wright to represent him.
Maxed out.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that said for a defendant on that rating scale that they do. That he's almost maxed out on both scales. What'd he do? And the defense attorney was just like, I can't even. Here you go.
Looks slightly more comfortable.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, here comes. Nope. Well, they're holding the door for someone.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Flores Hernandez.
My name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. I'm presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. I am seeing you in connection with a new misdemeanor charge, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, class 1 misdemeanor. Apparently you have 5 or 6 other cases pending in Tucson City Court. In connection with this one, I'm going to hold you on a $1,000 bond with the court dated May 20th at 1 p.m. Appoint an attorney by the name of Anna Dennis to represent you. Thank you.
You have a seat out there, bud.
Could you tell me your name, please?
Alfred Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, my name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. I am seeing you in connection with one class 1 misdemeanor charge, domestic violence, failure to comply with a court order. Going to release you on this matter. With the court date in Tucson City Court of, not Tucson, excuse me, Pima County Justice of the Peace Court, June 17th at 10:30 a.m. Releasing you on the conditions that you have no contact with Rebecca Gonzalez, commit no acts of domestic violence, not return to her residence. If you need to go back there to obtain property, you can do so in the company of law enforcement, and also that you contact your federal probation or parole officer within 2 work days of release. You'll get a copy of this paperwork. All right. Can you tell me your name, please? Name?
Roman Hartson.
Mr. Stone, I'm seeing you in connection with a new charge of criminal trespass, class 1 misdemeanor. And then a warrant out of Tucson City Court. On a disorderly conduct charge. I'm going to release you on both of these. You're going to have a court date in Pima County Justice of the Peace Court of June 17th at 10:30 a.m. Releasing you on the condition that you not go back to where you got arrested at. And then in your Tucson City Court case, I release you on that with a separate court date of July 1st at 10 a.m. in Tucson City Court. You're going to get 2 pieces of paper with 2 separate court dates. You need to show up at both of them, and a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Thank you.
Day order.
This is one of my guilty pleasure streams that I watch just to kind of relax and calm down. And then there was, having the Karen the other day. This is where Karen came from.
Sir, can you please tell me your name?
Melvin Brown.
Brown, my name is Tom Burney. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate, presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. I'm seeing you in connection with 4 separate warrants and 4 failures to appear in Tucson City Court on charges of disorderly conduct.
Yeah, I've been in court for criminal damages already. I already served time for them. I did 10 months for it. I got out in January.
It's not these cases. Did you just get out of jail?
I got out in January. For the criminal damages, and I did time for it. It served time. Cynthia Yannis was my lawyer.
In connection with these cases, I'm going to hold you on a $375 bond with the court date of May 24th at 1:45, appointing the city's public defender's office to represent you. Thank you.
I just told you I went to court for those already.
Well, you did not go on these cases. You may have gone on some other cases, but not these.
Have a seat up there. Right.
Hello, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Harris Gray.
Mr. Gray, my name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. I'm seeing you in connection with a new misdemeanor charge of criminal trespass. And then we've got 8 separate warrants for failing to appear in similar charges at Tucson City Court. I'm holding you on a $525 bond with the court date of May 24th, at 1:45 p.m., appointing the city's public defender's office to represent you. Thank you.
Did I stay here?
Yes, sir. Yeah, have a seat up there, bud. Ruiz. Rick.
I remembered.
Go out there. Oh.
Could you tell me your name, please?
Yasmin Perez.
My name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. I'm presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. I'm seeing you in connection with 2 misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct, and domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and 1 count of domestic violence assault, all class 1 misdemeanors. I believe I have somebody on the phone who is interested in this case. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could you tell me who you are and your relationship?
I'm the victim, Your Honor. My name is Israel Hernandez. And I'm the father for child.
What would you like us to know?
Your Honor, I just want you to know that Yasmin, obviously, she has a clean record. She's a good woman. You know, that's all I want. She's a good woman. This isn't something that happens. Okay, and that's it. And she's just a good woman and a good mom. And that's all I want to know. And that's it. And I do want her to know I love her as well.
Okay.
But
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. All right. You okay, ma'am? I'm gonna release you. We have a court date in Tucson City Court, July 2nd, 1:30 p.m. I'm releasing you on the condition that you commit no acts of domestic violence. I will get a copy of this paperwork. We'll have the date on it. If you do not appear, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, so make sure you take care of this, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thomas, thank you. Take your arms out of your shirt.
Oh, sir.
It is cold. Take your arms out of your shirt.
What's the problem with my shirt and my arms?
You want to go to court right now?
Yes, hold. Could you tell me your name, please?
Mailing Thomas.
Ms. Thomas, my name is Tom Burning. I'm Tucson City Court Magistrate. I'm seen in connection with one Class 1 misdemeanor charge of interfering with a judicial proceeding. I am going to release you on this matter with the court date in Tucson City Court of June 14th at 2:30. You cannot go within 250 feet of 317 West 23rd Street. If you go back then, they'll arrest you again. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll sort you out with.
Thank you, sir.
Results?
I don't think she understood one word of what he said. I'm surprised if she recognizes that he was talking at all.
Not sure.
Can you tell me your name, please? You're going to have to repeat that for me. I couldn't hear it. Do I get a name, sir? Thank you. My name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. I am seeing you in connection with one misdemeanor charge of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm going to release you on this matter with the court date in Pima County Justice of Peace Court of June 17th at 10:30 a.m. on the condition you commit no acts of domestic violence. You will get a copy of the paperwork with that information on it. If you do not appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. Thank you. Thank you.
What? What? You want to process him? Is he processed? Order. Order.
It really is. And sometimes it gets pretty crazy. Payson County is another one in Arizona, which is also same thing. You have some very fun people in this state, Rocky Lennon.
Hello, sir. Could you tell us your name?
Or
Chief Christopher.
I'm waiting. There we are. Mr. Christopher, my name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. Next to you is a representative of our Public Defender's Office. In the background, we have a representative of the County Attorney's Office. We are seeing you in connection with a warrant from the Pima County Superior Court in connection with felony charges, narcotic drug possession, class 4 felony, possession of use of a weapon or drug offense, class 4 felony, possession of a weapon by prohibited person, class 4 felony. Pretrial recommends that you be released to their supervision with the conditions you possess no firearms or other weapons and you participate in their enhanced supervision program.
What is that entail?
Well, just
I'm sorry
hold on
about
for a
that.
moment. We'll get some more information in a moment. County Attorney's Office recommends that you be held a $2,500 bond pursuant to the Superior Court warrant when you add conditions of no alcohol or other illegal substances. I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services in their enhanced supervision program with appointing a Barbara Catrillo to represent you. No firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, or whatever monitoring counseling deemed appropriate. You can talk to the lawyer there briefly, and she can explain to you a little bit more about the enhanced supervision program.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Doors?
Seven.
Yes, sir.
And now?
Could you tell me your name, please?
Here, Flores, sir.
Mr. Flores, my name is Tom Burning. I am a Tucson City Court Magistrate. I am presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. Next to is a representative of our Public Defender's Office. In the background is a representative of our County Attorney's Office. I am seeing you in connection with felony charges, narcotic drug possession, class 4 felony, paraphernalia possession, class 6 felony. And we have 2 warrants on misdemeanor failures to appear, both on paraphernalia charges. In regards to felony, pretrial services recommends that you be released to their supervision, that you participate in what they call the enhanced supervision program. County Attorney's Office concurs, wanting you to add conditions of no use of alcohol or other legal substances.
I'm shocked.
I'm going to release you to supervision of pretrial.
Thank you.
Appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Whatever monitoring counseling pretrial deems appropriate, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Participate in their enhanced supervision program. This is a steps case, right?
I believe
They don't even ask, can you afford an attorney? They just, go through the charges and then say, yeah, you're going to need one. You get it.
so.
Because of the nature of the charges against you, which involve a relatively small drugs for appears to be personal use, you are eligible for a program which, if you successfully complete it, could result in dismissal of these charges against you. Are you interested in pursuing that process?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in light of that, one thing we do have, always have, a right to what's called a speedy trial under both the Arizona and United States constitutions. Sometimes this steps program can take some time to unfold, which is actually to your benefit, but we're going to ask if you'd be willing to at least temporarily waive your right to what's called a speedy trial so you can fully participate in this process. Are you willing to do that? Okay, and counsel, are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right, then we're going to do the smart court hearing on May 28th at 9 a.m. Preliminary hearing will be set for July 1st at 1:30 p.m. Ian on his misdemeanors. I'll get that done first.
He was ready to get up and go.
The misdemeanor in Oro Valley Municipal Court. We release him on that court date of June 19th at 10:30 a.m. And then he has another misdemeanor warrant from Tucson City Court and a paraphernalia possession charge. We're going to release him on that with a separate court date of June 24th at 9 a.m. in Tucson City Court. So you're going to be getting 3 separate pieces of paper with 3 separate court dates. You need to do your best to show it all, okay? Thank you. That's not good.
My blessings, sir. I hope you are able to get clean. I don't know what the success rate is in Arizona. I haven't been watching them long enough to know if people are repeating or not.
With me, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Greg?
Can you tell me your name, please?
Darlene Lee Gregg.
Ms. Gregg, my name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. I am presiding over this initial appearance proceeding. Next year is a representative of our Public Defender's Office, and the background is representative of the County Attorney's Office. Senior in connection with pursuing with the Superior Court warrant on charges of 2 dangerous drug violation charges, Class 4 felony, and 1 paraphernalia violation, Class 6 felony. Pretrial recommends that you not be released on your promise to appear. County Attorney's Office recommends you be held on a $2,500 bond. You're not listed in the warrant. Added condition of no alcohol or other illegal substances. Counsel?
Your Honor, she's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. Right now, she's staying with a friend, so she has housing. She does have prior felonies, but they're from 2008, so it's been a long time that she stayed out of trouble. She's having some significant health issues. She currently needs to schedule a surgery. I would ask the court to consider release to pretrial services. If the court is inclined to post a bond, I'd ask it to be $1,000.
Going to hold the defendant on a $1,000 bond with the court date of May 24th at 1:30. Appointing the public defenders, no alcohol or illegal drugs.
Thank you, Your Honor. So that's your bond, and then that's who you're gonna call the prosecutor.
Just have to see where all the ones are.
If you're on the.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Mark Stapleton.
Mr. Stapleton, my name is Tom Burning. I'm a Tucson City Court Magistrate. Next year is a representative. Public Defender's Office in the background is representative of the County Attorney's Office, senior in connection with the Superior Court warrant in connection with felony charges, criminal trespass, Class 5 felony, paraphernalia possession, Class 6 felony. Pretrial recommends that you not be released on your promise.
He's sleepy,
To
no
appear, and
back.
that you have conditions if you are released, no contact and no return. County Attorney's Office recommends that you be held a $500 bond, adding conditions of no alcohol or other illegal substances. And I also have, I think 10 separate warrants from Tucson City Court on separate failures to appear. Counsel?
Your Honor, he only has 1 prior felony, which appears to be a personal use felony. I would request that if the court intends to hold him on the misdemeanor cases, that the prosecutor's requested bond of $500 be imposed. If the court is inclined to release him on the misdemeanors, I'd ask that he also be released on this felony.
Well, I'll go with your first option. I'm gonna hold him a $500 bond on the felony, May 24th at 1:30. If he is released, the supervision of pretrial, and whatever monitoring counsel to deem appropriate. No alcohol or drugs, appointing the Public Defender's Office on his misdemeanor matter. Gonna hold him on a separate $500 bond. Court date of May 24th at 1:45, appointing the city's Public Defender's Office.
He's awful tired. Yep, Sleepy, Dopey, and Doc all in one.
Gorilla. That's right.
There.
It's in the blue shirt right there.
Can you tell me your name, please?
My
My name is Tom Burning. I am a Tucson City Court magistrate. Next to is a representative of the Public Defender's Office. In the background is a representative of the County Attorney's Office. Seeing you in connection with felony charges of dangerous drug possession, narcotic drug possession, class 4 felonies, paraphernalia possession, class 1 felony, and misdemeanor paraphernalia possession. And then you have appears to be 10 separate warrants for failing to appear on 10 separate cases in Tucson City Court. In regards to the felony charges, the county attorney's office has decided to dismiss those charges. That dismissal is without prejudice, meaning that they will in fact be dismissed, but should they sometime in the specified time frame in the future choose to refile, they are free to do so. You can talk to the lawyer there briefly about what that may mean for you. But for the time being, the felony charges are gone. On your misdemeanor case, it's going to hold you on a separate $500 bond with the court date of May 24th at 1:45, appointing the city's public defender's office to represent you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, you'll just sit up there.
Me?
All
All right, thank you, folks. See you later.
Thank you.
Good night, Your Honor.
Aww. That one's over. Nobody got too crazy, but that's okay. But that judge is funny when people get crazy. All right, guys. What? What am I hearing? Oh my gosh. The audio, YouTube went to a different video and I closed it. All of a sudden I started hearing voices. I'm like, how is this possible? I'm alone. All right, Eva. You ready to say goodnight to the chat? You get your treats. You're so sleepy. Oh my gosh. You are so sleepy, good girl. And oh, you gotta come around here. Why, Earl? Earl in your handsome little harness. So cute. And I think he likes it. And I got a picture of him and Billy cuddling up together. Just the cutest thing. I'm going to have to post it. All right, well, you got to come up. You got to come up so the chat can see you. You're the star of the show. She's like, but makeup and wardrobe hasn't been in yet. Oh, yeah, yep. Good thing Wednesday's coming. Because you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and then some pieces. So let's do one full one. And then you can have all these little crumbs out of my hand. All these little pieces. Come on. Okay. She's like, I'll lick the bag clean, Mama. I would lick the bag clean, she says. You're gonna have to settle for my hand, though. You getting blue buffalo dust all over my desk. Oh, yeah, you'll take care of it, I know. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, I see one more partial piece. Oops. So did she. All right, now what does that leave us with? You've got blue buffalo on top of your head. Wait! You're not getting them all. Here, have some more dust. Wait. You have 5 till Wednesday. But we do have some bacon left. Some, not much. Well, actually, no. I lie. I forgot. I have another bag. Oh! Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I like that one. I like that one. That's like, I used to always tell people, oh gosh, what was it? Oh, I'll think of it. I really will. I had one. It was cute like that I always used to say, and now for the life of me, I just can't even think of what it was. Ava, do you have a dish here by chance, Ava? Oh, the cat dish. Here we go. You can have that. Here's your crumbs. I used to. Oh well, I will think of it and then I will say it. I swear, because my brain brokey. All of a sudden, I can't even remember it, and that's gonna bother me. And I'm gonna just lurch up in the bed at 3:00 in the morning, and all of a sudden, it's gonna just pop in my brain. I'll be just drifting off to sleep. And then I'll think of it. Oh, thank you so much, Shane. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, we love those around here. In fact, I did a whole docket with the dad joke guy. It was Judge Dad. That's what we call him. Oh, thank you so much. And congratulations, Leo Cole. You get 1 month of the premium PAWFURM membership. That's what happens when I open mail. Yeah, that's about right. But I think that's the employees. No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. I haven't been there for a minute. I used to go there all the time, but I go to Dunkin' Donuts now because they have my frozen coffee, and you get a much larger size for the same price. And it's delicious. I love it. It's my favorite drink. I got it. I used to think I was indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. That's what I was trying to think of. That's my my joke to match Janet's joke. I used to think I was indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. Yay, I caught Mean John. And as you can all tell, it fits me. It's perfect for me. Earl agrees. I got the Earl stamp of approval. Hi, Earl. Earl, would you like to come have some treats? Ava, you're done with your treats. You're done with your treats, girl. But Earl, he has his prey. No, this is not yours, but I know you dug the last two out of the garbage. I found them. They were where you were sleeping. Oh, don't you look away from me. I know it was you. Earl, did you want this? Are you going to go get Billy? What are you doing? Come on, I'll open it up for you. Come on. I'll even move my bag. Come on. Ava, this is kitty treat. Earl, come. I already got it started, buds. If you don't come up here, Earl, you know darn well Billy will come get it. And then there will be no more. This is his favorite thing, but every time he starts eating it, his brother shows up. And then they have to share it. These ones are from Temptations. They're the Temptations Puree. And this is freaking chicken. Yahtzee! Yes, I was actually thinking of that too. Emily and Philip figured out how we can be in the game room and play Yahtzee. Yahtzee is my favorite thing. That's my kid. She sent me a picture of the window, and there was a bee in the window, and she said, "Ma, there was a wasp and I didn't know what to do, so I just shut the window and closed him in between them." So I got to come home to a screen with a wasp. Well, it wasn't, I don't think it was actually technically a wasp. That's what she called it. But I think it was just a honeybee. But because I thought it was a honeybee, I was not going to kill it, because I'm pretty sure wasps, their bodies are longer and more detached than this. Yeah, this had to have been just a regular honeybee. So what I did was I trapped it in a Tupperware, and I slid a piece of cardboard up under the between the screen and the Tupperware and the bee, and made kind of like a lid out of that. And then I walked him outside. I set the Tupperware down and picked up the cardboard, and away he flew off to pollinate the world, or at least my rhubarb. Ooh, I cannot wait. I like that one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Somebody, I told you, somebody would show up. Right? It's all gone. It's all gone. Do you you got something to say about this? Do I gotta get another one out? There's nothing there, buds. You want what's on my thumb? Okay, I'll get another one. You make the funniest faces. You just are hilarious. Oh, I love you. This is my cat. This is my boy. My chunky boy. Okay. No, sit. Sit. He is so funny to watch. He like bites the top of it and then tries to just get me to squirt it right in his mouth so he doesn't have to do any effort. It's like, I know there's more in there. Oh, you got to get what came on the side. It's still pretty plump. Still pretty plump. Like you. After Billy gets his fill, then we're going to go over to Discord after I wash my hands. And I think I might give Ava a little bit of bacon because she's now very patiently been watching the cats have treats. And I don't think she understands what that's all about, that they're getting treats and she's not. Janet, that's so hilarious. Hi, Emmy, I can't put Rocky's comment up on the screen at the moment, but I'm so glad you're watching. Look at, it's Billy, and he's got chicken puree on his face, his cute little face. Let me get that for you, buds. Let me get that for you. I love you. Hi, Emmy. Oh, Ava wants to say hi too. Ava just really wants to get the chicken puree. All right. Are you happy now, boy? I know nothing makes you happy, but are you less grumpy at least? Ha! I kissed you. I kissed you. See the face? Here. The face, the cute face, the face. The face I'm in love with. Every once in a while, somebody will ask me, what's my type? This, right here. This is my type. Oh, you're so cute, Billy O.T. Billy O.T., my baby boy. I can't get this camera to do what I want it to do. I just need you to move this way, just slightly. There. Now you can go about all of your business right there. Right there. See how that works? There we go. There we go. He's like, Mom, leave me alone. Leave me alone. There. You're just too close to the camera. That's what the issue was. Look at how big he is. I swear. I think Earl gives him his food. I'm pretty sure of it. I that's the only solution I can think of. Or that's the only like logic I can think of. It has nothing to do with the treats. Nothing. Earl is skinny. Earl's like a ferret. A ferret cat. Oh, come on. Watch, the second I open the bacon, Billy's going to come running back. Because that's what Billy does. Shane, it's only 10:20. Normally, this is the time that I would just be gearing up to come on. Right now, I would normally be brushing my teeth and hair and getting ready. Hey, you stole a piece. You didn't even wait for me. You didn't even wait for me. She's quick. You are loud, too. You're noisy. You're noisy. I'm gonna lose a finger. All right, guys. Let's head on over to Discord. I'm going to play some Yahtzee. There's lots of games to choose from, though. So, yeah. Or if somebody wants to challenge me to checkers, I'm up for that. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.